everybody. Welcome to ZealZaddy. My name's Scott. My pronouns are he, him, and this is our Old Gods of Appalachia finale with this group. This one is titled Flesh and Blood, aka Flesh of My Flesh. You can follow us everywhere at ZealZaddy or ZealZaddy RPG on TikTok. You can check out our D&D supplements and our Cypher supplements on DriveThruRPG. We have a new one that's on its way. It will be a pay-what-you-want title before the next big one, which is really big. I'll just say it's really big. You can use a clip command. We love to see the clips being taken, ! Clip. That way it'll grab the last 30 seconds or so. And it's a great way to capture moments that you love. We love them too. The opening and closing music was by OBP Musical. It was sung by Melody McClellan. Ugh, that is so hard to say with an Appalachian accent. And it was composed by Nico Rhodes. Old Gods of Appalachia, the game, was created by Monte Cook Games. And of course, we all love the podcast Old Gods of Appalachia by DeepNerd Media. Old Gods of Appalachia is, of course, a horror campaign that that will contain material not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Christmas is generally celebrated with joy and song. At the Rise of Babel Christian Revival, much can be said about their level of honesty, but nothing can be said about the quality of song and seamstress. We're talking golden black sequin choral gowns, snake handling, speaking in tongues. Well, it is nothing short of the type of show you could expect in sin cities like New Orleans or Kansas City. This eve, though, the revival literally blew the lid off the big top in ways unseen in these parts. In Guilty Hole, if it survives as such, we'll forever remember the year of the Howling. Now let's rejoin our friends, get them in here, meet them up.
And back down the midnight green, searching the dark side of the mountain. Through my bones and hair and blood, words rise and cold snatched from my mouth to sink them into the cold black mud.
Let's start with Gabriel.
Hello, everybody. My name is Grimm. You can find me at empathic_Grimm on all socials. I am a game designer and starting game reviewer. And I also play in games like this. And today I am playing for the last time Gabriel Henry Crow, who is a lieutenant from the Great War for the American Expeditionary Force who has come home and is trying to do what he can at this point.
Let's go to his previous partner in crime, Albie Lee Duty.
Hey everybody, my name is Morgan with Mindflame Mondays. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me on the socials at everywhere at Mindflame Mondays, except on Twitter, which is at Mindflame Mon. I am the founder of Mindflame Mondays, and we are a group that run different TTRPG games for you and your friends. So come check us out on our site, mindflamemondays.com. Beyond that, beyond Pro DMing, we also have apparel that you can purchase online at 3 locations, redbubble.com. Thank you, Tiff. We also have it on Amazon and on Twitch itself. So check out our apparel if you want. And I also have content on the DM scale. So if you're interested, look at Mindflame Mondays and you'll find some of our content on there. I am playing Albie Duty. Albie is also a fellow soldier from the Great War who's returned home to only his young sister. Everyone else in his family is gone. And now, him and this band of misfits are trying to save what's left of Guilty Hole. And as always, I'm excited to be here with you, wonderful people.
And Gus.
I won't say it for the last time, but hello, everybody. I'm Michael. You can find me on the socials at RoboSardy. I do art and animation, but today I'll be playing Angus Bell, one of the oldest people here in Guilty Hole, proud father of one, and let's do it.
All right, let's hear from Thea.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I play Theodosia Wooden. Now, in all ways except legally, Theodosia Bell. Thea was a young woman who was tossed out of her family after her father found out that she was a bastard child. And so she was tossed out and had to figure out how to live on her own. And Angus Bell basically took her under his wing along with everyone else in the party. And she's been finding how to walk on her own 2 feet. And she's also found her daddy, or Pappy, in Angus, and brothers in the rest of the boys. Or I should say men. As for what I do, Tiffany, I am the DM for Dungeon Damsels. It's a 5e homebrew game that's full of feelings. So if you're into long campaigns that have lots of feelings and it's Dungeons and Dragons, you can check that out. Michael's also in it. I just updated yesterday after a long time because I'm a dope when it comes to editing. So yay me. But I'm excited to play. We're gonna have I'm guessing really intense feelings today.
All right, Zebediah.
Hello, everybody. I'm playing Zebediah, who maybe changed his last name after tonight. But so yeah, right now we're in a place that he knows very well. It's very, I guess you say near to his heart. But the revival is run by his father, so that's going to be fun. It's not going to be, but it's going to be something. So yeah, just trying to figure that out. And he's recently found his faith again. Hopefully he's found it in time, but we'll see. But otherwise, my name is Blake. You can probably eventually see me on a podcast with Kayla, who you might see here on Tuesday. So check them out when they play on here on Tuesday nights. But also Grimm too. So yeah, fun time. But with the book club with Kayla and Blake. So hopefully we'll get back to that. We both been super busy, but we love books. We love talking about books. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to be sad tonight, but hey, it's gonna be with this group. It's always a fun time, so I'm just thankful to be a part of it.
All right, and Ashley.
Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie, she, they. Find me most places on the internet with Ghost Candle or Ghostly Candle on Twitch and YouTube. I am primarily an artist, but I also enjoy actual play, and I go all over the place. So when you don't find me here, you'll find me elsewhere, because I just like playing games and playing games with cool people, which this is the coolest group you can find right here. So make sure you follow me to see what I'm up to. But for now, for our final night of this finale, I am playing Ashley Crane, he, him, a stoic man, a lone wolf a little bit. He's been fighting on the rail tracks. And, oh man, let's bring on the feeling, shall we?
I just want to point out that Natalie said we're the coolest group, so I'm going to message all of her other groups, letting them know that we are the coolest group according to that.
I mean,
There you go.
I mean, they already know anyways.
When we last left our session last week, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, I think. Oh my god, it is so painful to go 2 weeks without playing. It was basically a normal day in the town, fires being started on the buildings, a revival going on, song and dance, souls incorporated into other people's bodies,
Cronenberg monsters.
Yeah, that sort of thing. It's like typical Guilty Hole. And we had several people who were on the outskirts of the town. We're going to first start, though, with one person on the outskirts of town, standing face to face with their longtime nemesis, a beast black as night, eyes all around its form, face to face and staring down. Ashley Crane, near the train tracks. And there is a definite look of intensity in all those eyes that are facing you. And there's a growl that runs right into the bone, and you feel inside yourself the pain of that wound suddenly flare into life again. Almost like the wound is part of your soul, not part of your body. The body is just expressing it. And it walks, not runs, just sort of few feet at a time towards you, and then stopping a few more feet and stopping. And it walks around you part of the way so it can bring as many eyes to bear on you as it can. There is, of course, the dead victim that you have made lying about on the ground with its face torn open by your timepiece's chain. And it howls, not like a wolf, like a banshee. Darker, deeper. Those who are near this place, although you cannot see them, stop cold in their tracks. And then it leaps at you. Can I get an initiative roll from you, please?
Yeah. I think in the moments when it was walking up and about starting to do the semicircle around Ashley, he just flips open his pocket watch, notes the long bloody stain of his father's blood that's forever etched into it, and just murmurs, "Still a couple days too early for that anniversary." Puts it away. Takes off his hat. And I rolled a 15.
All right.
As I throw my hat down on the track.
It leaps into the air and it brings its claws and jaws down on you. Can I get a defense roll, please?
Yeah. Natural 20.
It brings it down and you dodge out of the way almost like you anticipated what was coming. You probably did. And it wheels as it slides on the wooden planks that make up the deck of the train track. And it is still facing you just from the other side. You can do whatever you're going to do.
Just at a slight glance, Ash takes note of the train station, of the darkened window of his room, as empty as the day he got it, except for the one safe box of his that's in there, of all of his worth. He glances at the fires. And then as he sort of looks at the beast, he doesn't put up any fists. He just sort of cocks his head. I think I'm done chasing tails if you are. And he sort of half turns, remembering like the children still running around with all the haints.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a bigger juggler to go after, don't you think?
And when you turn to look around, it leaps forward and drops jaws into your throat. And it does not let go. And the next thing you see is you see the town wrapping around you from every direction. You feel the weight in your mouth of something. You feel a hunger for something you have never felt before, though. There is a darkness that wraps over you, not over your sight, over your soul. And you feel a hunger for the sins of others, the worst of humanity is yours for the taking. And there is something that is so sinful and so unwholesome that your mouth begins to drip with the saliva of many times being hungry. And we're going to cut away from there to the tent pole, the big top, to this circus of a revival, I guess we could say. Underneath there, or not underneath it yet, coming to the edge of it, while others are fleeing and screaming and hollering. There were songs going on before, unusually from inside the tent. You still hear Christmas caroling and singing. It's not like you can understand the words as much as you can understand the rhythm of the song that they were singing. Seems to still be continuing. And as soon as you get to a point where you have a vantage and can see under the tent top, under the tent edge, and people are out of your way enough, you see that in the center of the tent there is a thing. No other better word. It looks like it is a conglomeration of the flesh of people all around it, pulled in and absorbed, arms and hands flailing and grabbing out, faces stretching out from underneath some kind of fleshy skin that covers it, but singing underneath. And it is carrying its weight under the legs of others that it has found. And you see a few people that have been grabbed by these many arms that are reaching out, and they are holding on to others and pulling them in and towards the flesh, and you can see them being merged in. This is definitely not a haint you've ever seen or imagined. Probably because it ain't a haint at all. It seems the teens in this town took their howling a mite further than they anticipated. If there is ever a demon in this world, this would be it. And it is growing, not only wider, but taller as it pulls people on. At the moment, it stands a good 12 feet tall, nearing the top of the tent pole in the center, and it is singing carols out the mouths of those under its flesh. On the edges of the tent inside, I know that Albie was headed in, Gabriel was headed in, both on horseback from different sides. Gus, I believe, was also.
We had met up. We had met up.
We had met up, and we were heading down the straight towards the middle of it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Gus and Thea and Zebediah are already in the tent, I thought.
Are in the tent.
Yeah,
I think we
we're
already
in
went,
the
already went inside.
Yeah,
So-
we've seen the flesh caterpillar.
Yeah.
So
Caterpillar.
The human centipede.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's what we called
no.
it.
We don't want to say that because that reminds us of that terrible movie that we don't want to
Jeez,
imagine.
shut up, Morgan. Shut up, Albie. Are we able to do anything right now? So we see, because we're inside, right? Can we?
Yes. Can I get an initiative roll from everyone?
No, let us do something. Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you want for Morgan
From
and I to do-
everyone?
Yeah, from
Everyone
Albie
in there,
and
yeah.
Gabe
18.
also, or
Yeah, I think you said everyone in there, so I think we're waiting.
okay, we're waiting. Cool.
9.
Thea?
I also got a 9. I'm debating if I want to re-roll.
Lord blesses those who are patient. So I'll take, you know what?
Thea?
18.
Panic is a powerful motivator for Thea.
Yep. Huh.
So you see this, and in front of you, you see there is a boy that is trying to tell people, you need to get out of there. And he is not only going up, he is grabbing the hands of those already in and trying to pull them out, to no success, of course. Miss Shard is has no capability to undo the damage of this demon.
Question.
Yes.
Was that a retcon? Because Miss
Yeah, I was gonna
Shard
say.
left.
Oh, you're right.
He
I
fled.
forgot. You're right.
No, we can come back. I
forgot.
I tried to
He
talk
was
him
going
into it,
to
but
do
he
something
dipped.
and he didn't. He failed.
Yeah,
his
I tried to
fear
talk him
roll.
into it, but he was too scared. I
That's right. He
tried.
failed his fear check. I forgot that happened. Yes, he's not there.
Okay.
What if I give him? I was gonna give him a roll, but never mind. Keep going.
Thea just like she just grabs like a handbook and it's like, Sam, what are we looking at? This is your thing. I mean,
I see this every day. You're right. Just kidding. Can I say anything or no? Because no,
You
this
can
is
speak. Yeah,
Thea's turn. Thea's turn.
You're mostly there so
Um,
when it's ready to
I don't-
attack, you'll have a roll.
I don't know what this thing is, but I know it's gonna die like any hate. But if you can, just try to get these folks out of here. We just need to get everyone we can that's not been consumed by. Need to get them out of there. If you can do that. I mean, I know it's a big ask, but we gotta get those
Thea
that are
just thinks
still-
like, yeah, sure, ask me to do the heavy lifting. Of course.
Well, I don't want you to go because I don't want you. I'm gonna go after this thing. Like I'm gonna charge this thing. I don't want you to do that. You don't have to do that. I'm gonna charge this thing. I'm associated by this by my father. So that's why you say the people from the outside, and I'm going in.
We're already inside.
Well, you know what I mean. Dang it.
In the panic of the room, Thea, you notice that your mother and Lexi are in this room, and your mother looks afraid to the point of inability to move, and Lexi is trying to drag her out with very little success.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get my.
And you also see a little behind them Zebediah's father trying to get out from under the tent also.
Okay.
Coward.
I'm gonna run to my mom. My mom. Look at Lexi. I'm like,
Thea, what's that there?
I
I
was
don't
like-
like this revival no more.
nope, no, we don't, Ma. That's why that's where we're going.
Her
And I'm
eyes are
like, just-
glazed over and the way you expected. And Lexi's taking one arm and pulling her, and when she sees you, she turns enough that the pull yanks her down and she falls away from the thing as someone's hand and feet swing at her and miss her, and you are very near.
Okay, so is my mom just terrified and can't move, or is she?
She's terrified, and she looks like she's under the influence of her painkiller.
Okay. Can I just are the tent flaps? So it's a tent. Like, can we
Yeah.
just lift the side and like roll under it?
It's
Or
high
is
enough
it
on the
too-
edges you can just run out.
Okay.
It's just the tent top. There's no sides wrapped around.
Oh,
They use
there's
the
no
cart.
sides.
They wrap it with carts.
Okay. And then okay. I'm gonna like pull out. I'm like, I know what motivates my mother now. So I pull out the heroin and like wiggle at her, and I'm like, Mama, if you run, you can have all of this. And then I point towards the door.
Well, let's get out of here. We got to be out of here.
Yeah.
And Lexi's
lead
like,
on, please. And I just like put like one of the vials in Lexi's hand. I'm like, get.
Lexi's dragging her along, and she hands that back to you. She won't even know she ain't getting it. Come on,
Okay.
come on, mother, come on. We'll get her
I
later. We'll
put it
have
back in
her
my
for you.
bag.
And your mom and Lexi flee out of that thing. And what are you doing, Gus, when you see all these people in here? In this thing.
Oh, they Lord.
Yep, just like, oh the Lord, preacher, I've got your back. You do your exercising, I'll do the shooting, and I'll bring up my gun.
And you have the silver bullets in it, or do you have the regular bullets?
I have the silver bullets in it.
All right. Can you tell me how many you have?
I have 5.
1,000.
5. Nice. Okay.
5,000.
You pull
5,000
back
shots.
and you shoot. You can roll to hit.
Oh.
Can I just not say that? Nat 20?
Sorry.
Don't even.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
Nice.
We're in the Lord's house now, so that's right. That's right.
Everyone hears the explosion of your gun go off, and there is the vilest sound when it hits the flesh of that thing and explodes flesh out one side and blows a hole through part of it. That gun does the work.
Gabe did right. Gabe did right.
Good shot, Gus. Good shot. Oof.
And that does, when you do it with the 20, it does an extra 2 points of damage. If I remember. No, 4 points, right?
Oh my gosh. So that's 10 points of damage. So.
Yeah. Is that one where you get to add an effect, or is that like 19? I think it's a different number. But,
Oh, right.
damage is great,
17,
though.
18, you get an effect. 19, 20, you do extra damage. So it's plus 2 damage. And it takes notice of you. There ain't been nothing in here hurting it until now. Zebediah, you are face to face with this thing when it turns towards Gus and you. And its mountain of flesh starts lumbering your direction. The top of it is even starting to drag along the top of the tent. It's getting so tall. And as it's going, it is still trying to grab others and pull them in. It seems like the arms and legs outside, all wrapped around, almost act independent of the rest of the body. Almost. But the carols continue.
Come on, you sick son of a bitch. I got your Christmas
is it my turn now?
It is your turn.
Oh gosh, yeah, just seeing Gus with that beautiful shot. So I'm gonna run up to this thing like I'm gonna run up to it, and as I'm going with saying like you made a mistake because now we're turning this back to the Lord's house. You're not invited. You were never invited in here, and now you need to get, or you're gonna get bit by the snake, the Lord. And I'm gonna hold. I saw the torch because I remember the fire being like a sign that this might be helpful with it, and I'm going to shake the bones. I'm gonna jab the torch into it while doing shake the bones, and so that's what I want to. So I want to use the fire to help, because I'm remembering when I helped exercise Albie's sister, the fire did pretty well at that too. So,
all right, make me an attack roll.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that. So okay, yeah. So it's an XP point, right? That has to be a re-roll. That was really, really bad. All right, let me mark that point off for forget, and then. All right, so going back to that. Poof. Come on now. Okay, so that's a 15, and I will use if I need to, I will use
Effort?
not edge, but effort if I need to.
Effort, right. A 15 does hit.
Yes.
It's a big one.
Sweet. So that's gonna be, I don't know if you need the damage Y for the
so
shake the bones. It's 2 points of my 2 points of intellect damage will shake the bones. And the fire helps it all too. I'm using the torch with it as well, so if that does anything.
Yeah.
And I'll stay put too. I'll steal myself and stay right in front of it. So.
All right. Outside the tent, there are two horses coming, clamoring in through the crowd that is both scurrying from inside and suddenly coming face to face with horses and trying to not get run over. What do you do if someone's in front of you? You run them over? Or you run?
No, not trampling.
No, I think when we get closer, I would at least slow down, especially when we start getting into a crowd of people.
I'm actually getting off the horse because it'd be easier to get the rest of the way on foot than try to navigate the horse through the crowd.
People move out of the way of a horse. I'm staying on the horse.
All right,
I get closer
one
to the
on,
tent,
one
but
off.
I'll yell to you. I'll say, hey, you take that side, I'll hit it from this side. It looks like Gus is on the other side of it. If we can get it to where it doesn't know who to attack, we might have a little bit of advantage.
Let's do it. Keep it distracted. I have an idea.
Let's hit it with a pincer.
Hit it.
All right. Can I get your initiative rolls?
Yeah.
19.
Wait, I got a 16, but I want to see if I have anything. Because I had something before, but I want to see if I have anything with that.
19 for that.
Oh, no, sorry. I changed that ability. So, yeah, I have a 16 total.
All right. Gabriel, you may proceed.
Perfect. I am going to flank around, unsling my big rifle, chamber a silver round. So I have a question for you, Scott. I just sent you something in the Zoom chat. Does that change anything?
Oh, no, you do see something happening. Every time someone is absorbed, you see a spirit rise or lower into the ground. Rise to the sky or lower to the ground.
Okay. Is there anything that I can see that's kind of lighting up on this giant flesh caterpillar of a thing?
Oh,
anything that screams, shoot me, I'm a target.
Yeah, this whole thing is one big demonic thing. And every time it absorbs more, it gets bigger.
Perfect. I'm going to aim for a limb that is holding someone that is not yet absorbed.
All right.
And taking a breath, centering myself, shooting the rifle for a 19.
A 19 will hit both the limb, because you have control the effect, and it'll do an extra point of damage.
Perfect.
When you hit
so that'll
with that
be
particular
7
bullet, I assume it's one of the silver bullets.
It is one of the silver bullets, that is correct. And remember, for Albie, he did get a magazine of silver for the 1911.
Yeah. All right. It blows that limb off. That person falls away from the thing and starts scurrying on the ground, screaming with like.
Aim for the limbs! Aim for the limbs!
Albie, you are up.
Well, Albie's moving to another angle, and I'm going to fire at this thing as well. Taking a shot at it
from horseback while riding.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I am trained, or what was it?
Oh,
with
that's right. You were
trained.
trained.
Use his weapon.
Yep.
So, all right. Let's see here.
Then it will not.
I'm going to use an experience point to re-roll that, because that was a 2. Leave me a 4. Much better. That's a 19.
Hey!
2 to 19 is a very big change.
Yes. And my weapon normally does 6 damage.
Yep.
And there's so
you hit this thing, it goes in and does the damage, and you can tell that these bullets are definitely wounding. And then you hear this lurching body of its entire mass falls forward towards Gus and Zebediah. It is not like walking, it is more like falling towards them, and its limbs reassemble to another size and shape. But when it comes down, can I get a defense roll from the two of you? You are attempting to dodge the weight of it come down.
Would it need to be both
first.
of us, or just because I walked up to it, so I was like kind
Right.
of going up my way up. So
It's
is it
tall
still
enough,
getting
it would
Gus
get
too?
you, and the length of it would get Gus at the other end.
That's an 18 on the die, so not today, Satan. Or Hank. So it's an 18. Not today, Hank.
Well, it's not a hang. Here he said it's like a demon.
But not today,
It is-
Well, who cares? It's
right.
it's all
No,
the
you're
same.
right with Satan. You were right with Satan.
Okay.
You were right with
Right.
Satan.
Yeah,
Satan.
this is
Yeah,
it works.
This is pretty close,
I-
so we'll go.
I rolled a nat 1, but I'm gonna use
Hold
my
on.
EXP.
Hold on.
I
Don't,
can
don't,
use
don't,
that.
don't spend your XP. Don't spend your XP. I will use an intelligent point to foil danger. It allows me to negate one source
me
of
to
potential
it.
danger related to one
Beat me
creature
to
or
it.
object that you are aware of within immediate distance for 1 round. So when I'm firing at this thing, I'm yelling at it and trying to get its attention to where it can't grab a hold of Gus
All right.
to
So,
foil it from
When
doing
it
it.
falls
I'll take a-
toward you, you are able to. It like turns unnaturally towards the shot it just took from Albie. You twist away from it before it can come down. Its hands and legs scrabbling at your feet. We're gonna cut away for a moment to outside over at the Sin Eater, and you're drawn to a place that you feel badness would be the mildest of words. And you may move at will, at speed. And I'll let you choose what you're doing.
Yeah, the saliva is just coming out, the taste of what needs to be eaten, that hunger lurching forward. I can smell the biggest of it all towards the center of town.
You can.
These little pigeons are nothing compared to what's waiting there.
That sounds about right. And you see beyond the things of the flesh, buildings from certain angles block you, but from other angles you see right through. Haints you see all over the town. You know that they are potentially victims too. They're just so minor at the moment. But you also know the sins that led to every one of them becoming potentially a victim. You can see who they are. And once you've seen them, you feel like you may have to track them down one day, especially if they make the mistake of turning and looking at you as you walk past, and they have made a major sin. Their faces, their souls are etched into your eyes and your sight. And you see in that tent a thing that is even darker than the soul that you inhabit. Something like the deepest dark. And it should not be here. It is incarnate. And the people that are around you, when they see you come out, they flee in every direction. You see them, of course. Every one of them. You get near the tent edge, and people who were fleeing out are suddenly fleeing into the sides, but you pay them no mind. They're inconsequential. On the ground, you see some people you recognize, a couple that you are planning on taking someday. An old man by the name of Gus lying on the ground, trying to avoid the scrabbling claws of this thing. A person that you know is clean, seeming to cleanse their souls, so they may clear the way of themselves, even though they've seen you. And then you see the thing. What do you want to do with your initiative?
Consume. I jump in.
The rest of you all see the beast with the eyes leap in and onto the thing of flesh and start bringing its teeth and claws to bear also. You are the arms and legs of this thing are of no consequence to you. They do not grab and pull on you, but you do feel like this thing can hurt you in other ways. When you come down, you will, if you can roll to hit, you have your skill level. And let me know if you do. You attack with up to 3 things at once: mouth to claws, or mouth and tail, if that is more appropriate.
I'd probably attempt mouth to claws, as I'm bringing my maw in to rip it up and using claws to try and make even more work. Right. I rolled a 10 on the die.
And a 10 does not bring your teeth into this thing. Its gross fleshiness kind of wobbles away underneath, and hands push away at you to try and keep you off. all the better for the hunt. At the same time, though, the Albie, you were shooting from a distance, and Gabriel was shooting. Thea's moving away. We're going to go back to the top of the order, and we have got back at 19 with Gabriel. You are standing near this thing. You see the beast leap on also.
I look at the beast for a moment, figuring out that it's going after the big thing and prioritizing the order of threat to the town.
Right.
Choose to ignore the beast for the moment. Creature, you okay in there?
I'm as okay as the giant Satan thing in here, but yeah, I
need
ain't
you
hurt yet.
to distract it for me. I'm gonna try something.
Okay, yeah. I didn't plan on stopping hurting this thing, so
okay.
Just
keep going.
just
What
be
you
well,
doing?
okay. I will. And you stay safe.
I'm gonna walk forward, approaching it, and I'm gonna shoot right below where the Ashley wolf, deer, bear, shadow eye monster hybrid thing is biting, because I'm trying to make it easier for it to hit that spot again, because I'm trying to make an opening for it as I'm approaching it, but I'm walking towards it while I'm doing that.
All right. So you're walking towards it to get closer to make sure you hit the spot.
I'm walking forward to try something within touch range next round.
All right. So you're getting in position. You're not actually doing an attack yet.
So I'm moving and doing an attack.
Okay.
With the pistol. Yeah.
All right. So you're shooting it again.
Yeah, I am shooting it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
1.
That would be a 18. Not as good, but I'll take it.
18 is quite good. You hit where you wanted to. You open a big fleshy wound right below the beast, and you do your damage.
6.
Yep. Gabriel.
Eject around chamber in next
Thea.
one.
Right. So I was getting my ma and sister out, and then this beast comes crashing in. I have discerning truth, recognizing falsehood, and piercing disguises. Do I have any idea that that's Ashley underneath? I'm trained in all those.
Ooh. I think you would sense it. I don't think you would see it, but you would sense that there's something different, and and have a feeling. But just a feeling.
Oh no. Okay, so she's holding she grips the heroin in her hand. Thinks this is the poison if I use it right. And then she's just I'm gonna look around. Is there anyone her first priority is gonna be healing, so is anyone injured around
there are
her?
people who are injured but had gotten away from being grabbed.
Okay. And everyone's just shooting at this demon thing, and then the beast ran in and okay.
And leapt on also.
Leapt on also. And Zeb is poking it with a stick that's on fire. Cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Zeb fell away though when the thing fell, rolled its weight down towards him and towards Gus. Gus and him both avoided getting smothered by it, but are still very close.
I think she will I think she's I don't know what she'd do. She's gonna go and try to help Zebediah. It's what she's gonna try to do. She doesn't know what the heck she's gonna do. She's gonna go over to Zeb.
And help his pain with the heroin.
Huh?
Help his pain
with the heroin. Well, she's. I don't know. Is there an assist action in this game?
So you gotta get out of this. You gotta get out.
You can give him assistance in some stuff, not so much in attacking, unless you have some kind of combat skills that would give that to you, and I don't think you've got those.
Nope, she doesn't. So she's just gonna I would say I'd hold my action, but I don't think that's a thing in this system. So she's gonna go and find cover and just say, we got more company, and it's the form of eyes and a beast. So she's saying, we got the beast here now on top of all our other problems.
And you start yelling out. Weirdly, the creature itself, the fleshy bodies under it, still are singing a chorus. And it dawns on you, they're only singing the one little bit of chorus that they were singing when they were taken in on repeat. So this thing is singing a chorus that after a little time will become maddening to people, probably. Just the same thing on this monotone, the mouths are under the flesh. Thank you for the raid, by the way, from Afar Podcast. Love to have you here. The monster, the demon, as you come up, is its arms and legs from the bodies it has absorbed, is still grabbing out of people, including toward you and Zebediah and Angus. And by getting in there and helping get others out, Zebediah is moving pretty quick, probably better than some of the other people in here. You're able to kind of get people moving, waking them up, because they're in a trance.
Stupor. Mm-hmm. Come on, we got to get out of here.
And you start moving people. In Zebediah, you realize that Thea is keeping people further and further from the clutches of this thing. Albie,
Good job, Thea.
What are you doing now?
I'm sitting there looking at this thing. I'll yell out so everybody can hear. Thea's right. Don't shoot that thing right now. It looks like it's helping us, Gus. Because I know Gus likes to shoot everything. And then I'm going to ask Sam, my spirit companion here, Sam, do these bullets even matter? And then I'm firing as I'm asking him to see if Sam knows that this is even
roll
making
to
a
hit.
difference. That will be a 16.
A 16 is a hit. You hear, of course it matters. I can see the flesh blowing off that thing.
Yeah, but isn't it just picking it up?
It's not picking it up. It loses flesh. It loses flesh, it seems.
Okay, I thought you were saying like arms are coming off and it was picking them back up and like reattaching in other places.
The only one that was blown off was when Gabriel shot off an arm. The rest of them, they just get crunched under its weight, but they're not being pulled away. So you do your damage, and the flesh comes out, and then the chorus stops for a moment.
Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and shut that down there?
And then there's a cloud of smoke that rolls out of this thing. Can I get a might roll from everyone, please, within the tent?
Oh my gosh.
Sweet.
Do you need a reroll, Blake?
I'm like, does Albie, does that still count to this round? Is it every round, or do you have to do it for your ability?
Oh, my ability? My ability is I can do it. It costs me an intelligence point every time I do it, but I can do it every round.
Well, I might need a guy to 2 in the roll. So I mean,
I can give away Ashley's XP. He won't be needing it.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
I mean,
Dang.
I'll give you one. It's fine.
Reroll it.
fine.
Whew.
I want to
Alright, that's a lot
alternate between
better.
using it and I can't think of a way of how I'd help distract you enough where you don't get hurt from whatever this is.
That's 16. No, you're good. That's a 16.
So what everybody
And,
gets,
It's better. 16's better.
what did everyone
That's
get?
sad.
18.
18.
Also an 18.
I got a 14.
Thea
9.
and Zeb, you got a 16.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Thea and Albie, you both take 10 points of damage from the
Oh!
smother and smoke, and the rest of you take 5 points.
I can avoid an attack by moving with speed of 2 by spending 2 speed points.
All right.
I can avoid danger.
So you take
Danger
half of
instincts.
you take 5 instead of the 10. And this thing is a choking, gaseous burn and
So I
smoke.
can't avoid it. 'Cause my ability says danger instincts can avoid an attack by moving. I'm on a horse. I'm outside. I'm not even in there.
Oh, no, if you're in there,
Didn't you
could-
use
should
that already
roll.
last turn?
No, what I used last turn was my ability for him, which is another ability.
All right, so you can avoid it. You can get out of the tent.
Foil danger, which is 1 intelligence point.
Now, Thea, when you take the damage and it hurts, oh my God, does it hurt? You
Shit.
also see a lot of people around you that they just stop running and fall where they lie. And then this thing starts rolling towards, or moving its fleshy mound towards, and legs and arms get sucked up into it from underneath, and then the bodies are suddenly in it. And the
Oh,
smoke.
cool. So it just like vacuumed them up into its body?
Yes. The arms and
Great.
legs that are outside pull more in, and it just. And
Cool.
the worst part is you see it grow some when it does. It doesn't just take their flesh, the flesh becomes it. So 9, we got Gus.
Ooh,
We also
okay.
got Zeb, but Gus is a little.
Is the fire still on it? Like
Yep.
like the torch that
Yep, it's burning right next to its skin, and it is not seeming to move away or far from it.
Did I drop it? Wait.
Yes.
I guess okay. We'll say I dropped it. That's
No, I
fine.
thought you had it in
Still
your
have it.
hand.
Yeah, I still have it. Yeah, I still have it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
All right,
Mhm.
then it is not against it. It is,
Okay, so Zeb
Just
has
wait.
it.
yeah.
I turn towards Zeb and I'm like, you want more fuel for the fire? And I bring out my moonshine.
It's the only drink I'm taking from you, Gus. The only drink I'm taking from you. Yeah. Yeah, let's have a big drink.
All right, so I guess like I'll like toss it
Can we
and then
can we coordinate it since we're the same
Yeah,
like,
we are
you
the
know,
same.
same 9?
You're
So
close
could we
enough. You can
okay.
coordinate.
Okay, so like I could like throw it and then you could either attack it or throw your torch afterwards.
Yeah, I'll run up. I'll make sure it gets lit. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna chuck my moonshine at it.
All right. And can I get a roll to hit?
Big money, no whammies.
I'm gonna use that EXP again. Come on.
I believe in you, Gus.
Not good. Like my first roll was a 5, and then my next roll is a 6. So I don't know how much EXP that I can burn, but I can just leave it at that.
Damn.
So the jug doesn't break and it lands near the inner flesh of this thing.
Is it on it, or is it on the ground by it?
It's on the ground by it.
Smash it with the torch. Smash
Yeah, that's
it
what
with
I was
the
gonna
torch.
do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run up to. That's what else exactly I was gonna do. So
You're gonna run up to smash it. All right.
with
roll
the
to
torch,
hit.
it's gonna be dangerous. But yeah, I mean, all right.
Do it.
I mean,
Up to you, creature.
Gabe said he needed a distraction, right? So here's your distraction. Oof. Okay. So I'll use a reroll if I need to. That's a 10. Would 2 effort be enough to get it with a 10? If not, I'll use a reroll. It's fine.
2 effort would get it.
Okay. All right. Would that be? Because I guess I'm smash it. So would that be might? Since I'm trying to, I guess I'm not using like one of my attacks. I'm just trying to like to smash it open.
It's
I
mine.
mean,
It's mine. You're trying to break it.
okay. Oh, okay. Okay. It's gonna be.
You get in there and it shatters the jug. The flame goes up in fire and it burns up the side of this thing. Can I get a defense roll from you also?
Yeah. Oof. Okay, well that's a 17, so not today again. So you.
All right. So these arms, when you get that closer, they're automatically just flailing and grabbing at anything and anyone. You break that thing and the fire starts rolling up the side of this thing, and you were able to back away quickly enough. You do not get grabbed by the demon and its internal cohort.
I do have a quick question too. Like, do I see any of the snakes that were here before? Like, and they're
You
spinning
do.
around because there are lots
There
of
are
snakes. So I see them.
slithering away.
Okay. Ooh. Well, dang it! I used my turn. Okay. See you for next time.
We're gonna go back to the Sin Eater. What is the Sin Eater doing now that it has realized it is not always gonna just be as easy as a bite and it gets in? And this thing has a gas that is uncomfortable to you.
Does
Damaging.
the opening that I gave it before still is that
It's still
opening I gave
there.
it before still there? Okay.
Yep.
Kill Gabe if you want. He's right underneath you. That's the opening you're talking about, right?
I think we're feeling like we gotta try and roll this thing over and get it down somehow. So I think I will do a bite where I saw that strike go in to try and go into an opening, and then with my tail try and flip the thing back more in the tent, keep it away from anyone else.
All right. So your attack is eased one by the inflicted wound that's ready and open.
Nice. I rolled a 17 on the die.
17 is a hit, and you get the benefit of extra effect. What kind of effect would you like to have on this thing?
Ooh. I don't think it's seen on the flesh other than maybe some blackening from the initial bite. But with my tail, it's almost like it latched onto whatever essence is within the flesh and is rolling that over with the flesh, just like a slow pull of it separating.
All right. And when you take your jaws in, you get the taste of you know that is just human flesh gone dead. You pull and separate. Can I get a defense roll from you?
All right. What die? I'm gonna go roll the metal die. Let's go, metal die. 18.
All right. Arms and legs are flailing at you as you pull apart the flesh of it and bite down hard. You do your damage. Mark that off. Thea.
All right, I'm gonna use my charm touch on me because that hurt.
Hold on. I want to tell you something you're seeing.
Oh, cool. Never mind.
You are seeing some of these people that had fallen from the gas, but outside the tent, you are starting to see teenagers arriving in droves on the edges of the tent and starting to come in. So it is actually going to be Gabriel then Thea. Gabriel, you are here. You're up.
Time to do stupid and go big. So I'm going to, because during the last level up, I became trained in using magic. And for Gabriel, magic has always been an instinctual thing. He works off of intent. I'm going to walk up to this demon. You belong to hell, and I'm going to take you there. And I'm going to reach out and touch the actual essence of this thing, pull it into me, into a land where it is torn with bullet holes, and the land is running with crimson, copper-smelling rivers, into the deepest part of myself. I'm going to try to pull this thing away.
And you're trying to do it using magic as a way to...
Correct.
To control its action.
Where it's going. Yeah, I'm trying to pull it into me, not like a haint, but I'm trying to direct where it's going. To the place where Gabriel had never actually left, and where crows always feast on the dead.
Let me look at your sheet real quick. Give me one moment.
I don't think you don't have the updated version since the level up. Let me send that over to you real quick.
Can you read me the ability that you're using?
I don't have a direct ability. I'm just trained in magic, and I'm just trying to go off of instinct here for that.
All right.
I know it's dumb, and I'm going to be burning basically all of my effort for this.
Okay. So, can I get a might roll from you? Actually, I'm going to make it a roll to hit. I need a roll to hit first.
Sure.
Because this thing is not easy to grab either.
Yep. 19.
19. So you were able to grab it, arms or legs or something, even just a blob of flesh, whatever you want. Can I get a might roll? I'd like to.
Another might roll? A second might roll?
Yeah, one was to hit. It is to affect, to drag it along and pull it into something you want it to be in. Let's see.
Okay.
Actually, that wouldn't be might. That would be intellect.
Intellect? Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Much better.
Yeah.
I can work with intellect. All right. Let's go nat 20. Let's go nat 20. And I'm willing to burn effort if it's more than a 20 to be able to do this.
You pull this thing and drag its weight away from where it was for a moment, and you feel the burn of its own flesh against your flesh.
Yep. And I'm trying to actually pull the soul of itself.
I understand.
Kind of like a howling.
Yeah. And you are feeling like whatever this thing is, it is resisting you, and it is giving you a fight against being pulled away from what it has acquired.
You can't have them, you can't have this town.
Thea, you see something unusual happening in front of you. with Gabriel. You see the teenagers coming in. You see Gabriel in there, who has now grabbed onto the body of this thing and is pulling on its weight in some way that seems unnatural. And he's yelling things to it in ways you don't, magic a little now. Seems risky.
Well, yeah, she sees Gabe doing that, and she's like, "Well, he ain't listening to me anyway." So she just turns and looks at the teenagers. Have they made it into the tent? Because last time you said they were coming.
Yeah, they're coming in. They're in the tent now. They're on the edges, and they seem to be just walking right up to this beast, to this monster.
Oh, great. Cool. Do they? All right. Well, I'm gonna use Charm Touch on me because that hurt. So. Just gonna get some. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Get some health back. And do they appear to be lucid? These teenagers, or are they walking in like a trance?
They do not appear to be lucid. They appear to be mesmerized. Drawn toward.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. She's just gonna calculate. Can't stop them all. Need to kill thing. And she's gonna tell me if this is a logic leap that she could make. This isn't really a good Christian place. It's actually a den of thieves, and there's probably alcohol stashed somewhere.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. She's gonna just dip. Can I go into she's gonna be okay, maybe there's a stage. So can I run to the backstage and just try to find alcohol there? Because she's like, well, if I were gonna hide alcohol somewhere, it'd be back here.
Sure.
Did you say it out loud, Thea?
What?
Because if they said
Sure.
out loud, did they
Sure.
say it out loud? What you're looking for?
Yeah, I was like, booze. Where's booze?
Would I know where
Moonshine.
dad? Because I knew my dad, so would I know where he'd keep it?
Oh,
Scott, would that
it
be fair to
It
say?
would be in his cart for sure.
It's gonna be. I'll tell you where it is. I'll say it's in his cart. That's where Paul always kept it.
Color.
In his cart. He's got a lot. It's. I described the
big
cart
one.
to you.
It's the big one.
It's the gaudiest one. No, my dad is probably the gaudiest one. So it's like this big gaudy,
Golden
like
orange. Okay.
yeah. It's
I'm gonna go look for the cart then.
All right.
And I don't know how much you'll allow me to do this round, but she heals herself and
You'll get
starts
to the
looking.
cart and you'll open the
Cool.
cart and go into it. That's where you'll be.
Okay. Fling open the gaudy cart. Okay.
Albie.
Now, Scott, do I see these teenagers as well?
You do.
Now, let me know if this is something I can do, because I learned to use magic as well. Remember, I accessed certain things once I had leveled up. Could I work with Zebediah to try to use my magic to enhance his ability to maybe push these haints out of these teenagers? Try to, at least in a larger number. Help him
If that's
combine.
what Zebediah was doing, but Zebediah is actually attacking the thing and trying to burn it.
Yeah.
Coordination.
Well, because if we don't
You know
get
where
rid
I
of
am.
these teenagers, it's going to be bigger.
Right.
I'll
You can
ride the
always
horse
call.
ride that horse right up next to him, and I'll say, Zeb, we got to get these teenagers free before they become part of this thing. I think we can work
And
together.
when you
combine
turn
our-
around, you see the teenagers are starting to come into the tent, and they look like they're just going to walk right to this thing.
I look at Albie, and I'm trained in understanding magic, so do I have an idea of seeing what Gus was doing? So do I have an inkling, because I do understand magic as well. I'm trained
You
in it.
mean Gabe, right?
I don't
Gabe,
think-
yes.
He means
I
Gabe.
don't- I don't know if you would have understood.
I would-
Even
see?
Gabe
Okay.
doesn't understand what Gabe is doing.
I got you. No, bad. That's fine. That's good.
I don't think
I look
you
at Gabe and what is this dumbass doing? Listen, we got to deal with these teenagers, then we'll deal with Gabe. And this thing.
All right. Well,
This thing gets any bigger, we ain't going to be able to handle it. We ain't got enough
All right.
rounds.
all right. I think I think I might have some things that can help us with that. So, all right.
I'll hop off the horse and I'll tell the horse, go to Thea. She's over there at the cart. That way she can move quicker.
Well, the cart's not that far from the tent.
Yeah, either way. I still would rather have the horse protect her.
My paw would never be that far from his booth, so yeah.
All right.
The horse can still protect her better than no offense, Thea.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I know. She's delicate.
Gus, you see fire going up where Zebediah had attacked with the lantern, and it is burning. It is just not making the thing like flee or pull away. It's just burning the flesh. Then you see the beast with the eyes all over it on top of the thing, pulling apart a big wound. Thea, you heard going for booze. Gabriel is trying to invert the absorption power of this thing, and Albie is talking to Zebediah, trying to get him to help with the teenagers.
Well, I was initiating the magic, is what I would have been doing.
Yeah.
I would have been.
Yeah. But what's Gus doing?
Yeah, I see Gabe doing this. I was like, boy seems to know what he's doing, and I'm gonna run towards the direction of like Thea and like where the teens are, and I'm like, Dora, I'm gonna help you out, baby girl, and I'm just gonna shoot up in the air and be like, if none of you want a bullet in the skull, you turn back right now.
And you shoot up in the air. And the teenagers continue walking towards the thing of flesh. Zebediah, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna listen out because like you gotta learn to trust people, and so because he really wants to go back and just take that big thing out, but he sees Gavin, so he's gonna turn around. He's going to. So if I can, I want to use sway, but I want to use it to. So with a torch in hand, I want to use it to. As an offer for the snakes to help, because I see the snakes in there, someone's still in there, so I want to reach out to them.
Can I do one thing as part of it? Because like I said, I want to do it as a joint thing. I want to like, you see Albie reach out, and his voice raises out louder than normal, almost like his voice becomes a megaphone, as he begins saying like some strange words from when he learned from when his mammal had taught him stuff, and he just says, and then it comes back. Everyone inside these bodies, fight the haints, listen to voice of reason. And then that's
or you're gonna get bit, or you're gonna get bit by all these snakes in here. So you either listen or you get bit by the snakes of the Lord. So it's your choice. And I want to sway like the snakes to stay and help, because like I have sway, and so.
All right, I'll give you a roll.
If I could. Oh, okay.
Sway away.
I thought you were going to try to push the
That's
souls
a 17. Out. Well, I'm going to help the snakes. I want the snakes. I'll do that. So that's what I'm trying to. And so, using them as another tool of the Lord, because Lord's used snakes before. What do you want the snakes to do?
There are some of the snakes turn when they hear your call.
Mm-hmm. I want them. I mean, if they can, I want them to. I didn't think this one through. I want them to. I mean, if they can, just to bite the haint. I mean, like I know what the ability the snake said, but if they can, I want them to take out the haints in them. That's what I want them to do.
All right.
So
that's the only way they can. They have venomous bites. They're not constrictors. They don't have power, but they do have venom. So they turn and they start heading for this fleshy mound and start striking at it.
Oh, I meant like the teenagers, but okay.
Oh,
because I want to help. Because I'm helping. Yeah.
Oh, if you want to
help with what Albie was saying.
Yeah, they.
But
can
if
strike at some teenagers.
I did them.
All right. So they strike at the teenagers, and there is pain that the teenagers that are bitten feel as they continue trying to walk towards the call of this demon. But some of them fall to their knees. A couple of them from the pain of the bite. Or from the effect of the bite. I don't want to say the pain. Pain is irrelevant. then the creature itself, its arms reach and grab at all of y'all, and they extend beyond what the flesh of them would normally allow. Can I get a defense roll from everybody? You feel the crunch of bones as they break joints and push flesh beyond their limits.
Does that include me all the way
It
at the
does not
cart?
include you. It does
Okay,
not
good.
include you, Thea.
16.
18.
That is a 9.
19.
Ooh!
All right.
Get it.
So Albie, you're standing there, doing the yelling thing, and you almost immediately see Zebediah grabbed by two arms that pull him towards the body of this thing.
Can I use my one ability
Let it.
and
No,
grab
let
his
it.
hand and pull
Let
him
it.
free?
Not yet.
No, let it. I'll let it take. I'll let it take me. That's fine.
Okay. The foil danger ability I was talking about. Yeah.
And we're gonna go to Gabriel. You are in an interesting conflict.
Mm-hmm.
You feel, actually, Albie, you see Gabriel is in a physical confrontation like Zebediah. There is a push and pull of flesh against flesh, and an attempt to absorb them.
Are they both within reach of me at the same time? Could I
No.
grab both of them?
No, Zebediah is within reach. Gabriel is not.
I know what I'm doing.
Gabriel, you can
I don't know
feel
that.
the flesh of this thing burning against your clothes and flesh and eating away at them and trying to meld.
Oh, you can't
with
eat
you.
what's already dead. Come on.
And
You want to eat? Bring it
and-
on.
And over the mound's body, you see your sister coming into the tent from the other side.
I'm not letting this thing get my sister.
Mesmerized.
I'm not letting this thing get. Seeing her, I am doubling down.
Can I get an intelligence check from you? And then an intelligence defense from you.
Wait, who? What do you mean you?
Hold on. I'm sending you
from
this
Gabriel.
because this is. I just sent it on Discord.
Oh,
I trust you. I'm not.
No, it's just natural 20 for the attack, and I will take a 16 for the defense. I'm willing to effort it if I need to.
All right. So when you do this, what you're attempting to do, you feel the burn of this thing,
Yep.
and as you are fighting it off, you take 8 points of damage.
Yep. I'll
And-
take it.
And you
Is
push
it
away,
might
though, and you
or-
start seeing the sights of those that are absorbed fading away, and you are pulling at those memories and those visions of these people and trying to keep them in.
can't
You
have
see, they're all in a whirlwind in the center and being pulled in and eaten by.
Going for that center. You can't have my town. You can't have my people.
And when you see it, your attack succeeds and does damage. I'm gonna damage. You feel your flesh being absorbed while your mind is fighting its thing.
That's fine. You can have my body. You can have my soul. You are not having my sister. You are not having my town.
Thea, what are you doing in the cart?
You
You know where the booze is. You were told where it was. It's
yeah, I push away the like beaded entryway,
yes.
and then
So
I like
tacky.
rifle through all his junk, and then I find the booze. And if it's not like in a box, then she's just gonna load it into her skirt.
Make me an intelligence check.
I believe in you.
That's a reroll.
I'll give you if you need
Okay.
one. I'll give you XP if you want it.
Yeah,
so-
I'll take a reroll. Yeah.
Yeah, take that. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. That's the second 9, but it's better than a 3.
So you're in there and you see on the wall that there are some things that, as you're pulling the liquor out, attract your eye. There is a moon, not a moon, a moon-shaped mirror there that doesn't seem to be reflecting the things that you think it should reflect. And right next to that, there is what looks like a helmet. And it is shined up in a way that don't look normal. And you can feel the difference between normal and not.
Okay.
The helmet's like a miner's helmet, but it ain't like a miner's helmet. It's different.
I am specialized in crafting, using, and understanding magic now.
Can you make me a roll, please? Two of them.
Okay, well, that's cool. That's an
All right.
11 and a 6.
I can give you an EXP if you
Sure,
want.
I'll re-roll this 6.
Okay.
Ooh, that got up to a 7.
Okay. You're not sure exactly what the helmet does, but you get a feeling that mirror, it reflects painful things to people in a way that causes harm in a magical sense.
Okay, I'm gonna just like grab that mirror and throw it into the booze pile, and then she's just gonna go, well, everyone's being crazy today, so she takes the helmet and then just like puts it on.
You put it on and the light on the front goes on immediately. And you are now able to see outside of the cart, even though you're inside the cart. And you can see the souls floating away or disappearing into the ground. You can see the haints inside, the bodies of the teens, some of which look like people. Some of them look like even more unnatural things than you would have expected in them.
I look down at my sleeved arm. Can I see through the clothing?
You can.
And she's just like, pervert. And then like just...
Oh my God.
Well, you can also see through the skin. That's what you're seeing.
Oh, okay. I see
Not
through the skin. Okay. And she's like, well,
Still perfect.
that's somewhat. Never mind. She's just not important right now.
As you start to leave, you see movement out the side of your eye. And when you turn there, the light fills the space and there's nothing there.
Can I like just tilt the hat so it like the light goes away from the area?
Sure. And there's a shadow of yourself there that seems to be cast from no light.
I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay. I'm going to I'm trained in discerning truth.
All right.
So is that a roll?
It is. You can make an
All right.
intellect roll.
Okay.
Get like a +1, I think, right?
Wow. Okay, that's an 8.
Yeah. No, you're not really sure what the truth of this thing is.
Well, if you're helpful, then help us fight the demon thing. And she's like, otherwise, take a number. I just go inside, and I imagine Gus is like.
And when you say that, you know there's a number on each of the carts. You see it grab the number off that cart and tear it off the wood. The shadow tears it and walks behind you with it.
It took a number.
Okay. So she's gonna like look at this and go, all right, and I give it a bottle, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna rip my skirt and make a Molotov cocktail with one of the bottles.
Okay.
And then I say to my spirit, my shadow friend, I'm like, okay, go throw this at the big flesh monster thing.
It takes the bottle and throws it at the flesh monster thing. Can you make a roll to hit, please?
Oh.
I'm still grip, right? So I'm gonna have to make a defense roll against this too.
Why can't I roll? a 10. It's a 9.
Oh.
And the ball
give
hits
you
the
one of my
ground
XP.
and slides across the grass and just bumps into the foot of it.
It's like if you rolled it.
I'm like, it's okay. I mean, the bottle didn't break.
Well, Morgan's gonna be your XP though, so is that gonna? Do you want to
I
use
said I'd
that?
give you an XP to re-roll it if you want. I have 4 left.
Sure. I'll roll
Three left.
another dice.
Come on.
That's a 15.
There you go.
15, it hits and it
So
shatters and fire comes out on the creature.
Do I take any damage from this, Scott? Did I take any damage from the grappling as well?
Oh yeah, you would take 4 points of damage from the fire exploding
what about
across you.
What about it grabbing me too? Does that any damage
I'll get
too?
to that when I get to its turn.
Oh,
And I
wanna be
should
impaired.
mention, I didn't give my defense roll when it was grappling everybody.
Oh, you
I did a
didn't? Oh.
reroll.
Oh, what did you roll?
I did my reroll, but I rolled a 9 on both rolls.
Oh yeah,
But I'm trained, so that's a 10.
That's a 12.
That's a 12.
Trained as a 12.
That's a 12. Okay.
Yeah. So very nicely, you are able to get grabbed, and it pulls you towards its flesh and starts trying to absorb you into it.
Great. I'm excited.
Albie, what are you doing?
Save Zebediah.
Well, I mean,
he's good.
Gus and aren't Gus right here too? Because Gus and Zeb were like right by each other originally.
Yeah, they're both in a
both.
Save
a
him.
grappling competition with this.
So I
thing.
would have taken 4 fire damage as well, right?
Yep, that is correct.
Yep.
Thank you.
And how many of these kids have been bitten by the snakes? How many of them are backing away?
There are 3 of them that have been bitten. Two of them have fallen to their knees from the effects of the immediate effects of the poison. One of them is walking forward. That was the copperhead,
That takes a second.
and just not
All right,
quite as lethal as the others.
I guess I'm going to try to. I don't know if I can grab both of them and try to pull them out, pull them free from it.
You can pick
Save
one.
'em.
I can what?
You can pick one.
It's a
I would like get Gus. Like it's fine.
Get the preacher.
Trust me. Get Gus. I got the little. Just get Gus. But he's needed more for better suited anyway. So
Let's see here. 1, 2, Gus, 3, 4,
Oh gosh.
Zeb. I'm grabbing Zeb. The way I look at it, you're the one that can help us exercise this thing. So
that's what I'm doing. I'm going to resist.
And I list-
I can't.
You have to be taken by the thing to exercise it?
Well, what's close? You gotta get close to exercise something, right?
All you gotta do is use your voice, don't you? It's all about
No,
the power of the
sometimes
tongue.
you gotta touch it too. Yeah, power touch as well works as well. So I think
All right.
Gabe had the right idea by touching him.
Get Zebediah out, please. Get Zebediah out of here. We don't both need to die. It's fine.
Actually,
He's not gonna die.
I
He's
don't know.
good.
It just gave me another. It just gave me an idea. Scott,
You're
I
also
see
going
that?
in.
should I see if I
Well-
grab Zeb, and Zeb and I are touching this thing because I'm touching Zeb and he's touching it? Could we maybe try to find a way to connect with Gabe to help him pull this thing to where it needs to be, and exercise it, kind of thing?
Ooh.
Using my magic and stuff, like opening our minds to connect us, because we're all touching this thing.
I
at this
will
point.
say what I might plan on doing was getting into its mind. So I will say that's not until my turn though. That is what I was planning. So
Like, could I connect
be that what
us?
it may.
Coordination.
I also have Sam
I'll
right
tell,
here.
well, here.
Maybe Sam
I'll
can
tell.
even help us.
I will tell because I will tell him my plan. I mean, that's what I tell him right
You
now.
have no
He's trying
idea
to
if
get me.
if that will work or whether that even makes sense. You have no clue.
Mhm.
You'd have to
Have to
kind of thing
try.
you'd have to do. Do or do not. There's
Do or
no
die.
try.
Hey, Albie. Do or die. That's what we did over there.
I mean, well then I'll try to see if I can connect us and see if we can all work together to push this thing or exercise it. I don't know that Gabe is trying to pull it into him. I just know that Gabe is connected to this thing. I know that
Yeah.
Zeb is touching this thing. I feel like if I touch Zeb, that maybe I can connect us because this thing's touching both of them.
All
And I
right.
will try to do some chanting to try to connect our minds. so we can work together on a psychic level. What do you need me to roll, Scott?
Make me you have a use magic?
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, I have use magic, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be use magic. Try and use that.
Okay, so use magic. That's intelligence, right?
Yes.
That will be a 17. I'm going to put in 2 effort, which will cost me 2, 3. Brings me down to 10 for my intelligence now. All right, so I'm using 2 effort as
All
well. I had 17 plus 2 effort. I don't even want to know if I was good. I just want to make sure it's good.
All right. I'll get to the effect of that when I get to Zeb.
All right.
The Sin Eater.
Come on, Sand Eater. Eat some sand.
Well, I do feel like something's pulling on my meal, and I don't want to lose my meal. I got to start going in a little harder.
So, what does that mean exactly?
Do I start seeing like that essence being pulled away and towards Gabe?
I would say you sense it. Not necessarily see it, but sense it. Actually, you can see it. I am sorry. You can see the essence of this thing being pulled away from you and towards one of these people.
All right. Then I am going to stop biting on the physical thing and quickly snap my head and arms around to latch onto the demonic essence that's now being strung out. And do I feel like I can use anything of Ashley's special abilities? His mighty stuff.
Yeah, you have become part of.
You're both.
I am both. Okay.
You're one.
Then, yeah, I'm going to turn this into a crushing blow as I try and latch onto this essence. Let's roll the middle die. Alright, natural 18 on the die. And with crushing blow, when you use a bashing or blade weapon, whatever I am, it applies effort on the attack. You get a free level of effort on the damage.
All right. So you leap across this thing over to where this person is pulling your tasty sin morsels, and you start tearing at the flesh to separate the two of them as much as you can, and you chomp down. You do your damage, of course, to the flesh beast, or do you want to do the damage to the person? Trying to cut the line, or are you trying to cut down the person pulling towards them?
See how much Ashley can recognize. Well, I rolled a nat 1 on that.
I'll give you
on
my
that
XP.
intelligence.
Want the XP?
No, I have my own, so let me roll that again for
gotcha,
myself.
gotcha.
There you go. Alright, that's better. That's a little... How would you rank an 11 whether I'd bite the thing or bite Gabe?
I would say that's a dealer's choice. Right down the middle.
Right down the middle. I think there'd be just a teeny bit of Ashley.
I was just going to say that, too.
Just enough.
By Gabe. By Gabe. You know you want.
Yeah.
All right.
Just because Ashley has Don't Mind as one of his enabled abilities, which gives him defense and intelligence.
Yeah.
So focus on the thing that he wants to truly bite, which is Neil, not Gabe.
All right. So you do your damage. You hit it with your claws, or your bite and your claws.
With extra effort.
Well, the good thing is between all of you, you got a lot of blood coming out of this flesh mound. Gus.
All right, I'm being dragged closer to the thing, right?
You're being pulled into the embrace. It's like a loving embrace.
It's a hug.
And its legs are trying to wrap around you also, not just the arms.
I'm going to, I'm going to spend 2 might to use Muscles of Iron. So next 10 minutes, all my might actions are eased. And I am just going to try to break free and just be like, no, I've got a family to return to.
Yeah.
Dad strength.
I picture like I picture you getting pulled in and you just like pictures of Thea in your mind.
New
You're
dad
like,
strength.
And you got that lady to get back to too.
And
Don't
what'd you
forget
roll?
her.
A 1?
No, I rolled a 15.
Oh.
But it's eased, so I think that's an 18?
Yep, it is.
Yep.
All right.
You pull apart against these arms, and you're able to pull yourself away from it. And as you fall back, your gun is right there on the ground next to you, ready to go when you are
Kaboom!
ready.
Yeah. I'll just
Well,
load up my gun and then, be ready next.
Zebediah, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm sorry,
wait,
Joe.
tell us.
wait, hold on. Sorry, Gus. You can get your shot off.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, Gus.
hit it.
Just don't
Hit
shoot
it
me in the ass.
again.
All right. That's pretty good. That's a 16.
Hey, we'll take it. You're chewing this thing up.
Yeah. Load up another
Silver bullets for
silver
the
bullet.
win.
mm-hmm.
And Zebediah.
Weren't you going to be
off.
telling us what? One sec, Scott. Weren't you going to be telling us what happened with?
Do I need? Well, first,
yeah.
how much
So-
damage I taken? I need to know that too.
So it would be 6 points with the
Yeah.
heavy rifle.
I know.
Yeah.
I already did.
Amazing.
So Zebediah, when this thing pulls you close, you can just feel the burn of your clothes and flesh being melded, and you take this. The pain is excruciating, but it's the pain of the flesh that is the least painful. It is the pull of the soul that does the toll fastest. Can you give me a strength check, a might check, please?
It's a 14.
All right. So this thing is holding on and pulling you in, and you take 4 points of damage.
I'll
Scott,
take this.
Yeah.
could I not use my ability to reduce it since I'm holding on to him as it is?
Well, you're using a different
Foil
ability to try
danger.
and use the magic, right?
No, well, I mean, I'm pulling him in, but like my foil danger, it costs me an intellect point. You can negate the source of
All right.
potential danger
Yep. You
to a
can.
creature or an
I'll be
object that you
good.
can aware of.
You
I
don't
just
pull
want
him
to
out
like as
of
I'm
the
holding
grip.
on to him, trying to, I'm like gripping onto him, holding on to him.
Yeah, you don't pull
trying
him
to
out
keep
of
you
the
from getting
grip.
killed.
You pull him away
No.
from the flesh absorbing contact in the center of his
Yeah.
body. It's the arms are still holding.
Yeah, of course.
Zebediah.
Like that's it.
So, Albie, you want to describe what Zebediah would be experiencing at this moment from what you're trying to do?
I'm trying to link us to this thing so we can fight it on the other plane.
And you have done that before, right? The two of you.
I have
done that.
I have connected us
Right.
before.
So it is not an unusual or unexpected. I mean, maybe unexpected at the moment, but not something you haven't experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
I don't,
yeah,
know, I don't
no.
know where that takes us though, Scott. Where would that take us? Would it take us where Gabe is? Would it take us inside his
Well,
head? Like,
Well, the first thing is you gotta. Do you need to make a roll with that power? Or is it automatic?
I did the magic when I did. Wait, was you talking about the foil danger to reduce his damage?
No,
or the
one
magic.
that connects the two of you.
I did that on my turn. I did
right.
it, and you said
Yeah.
on this turn we would see what happens
So
from that.
you
Yep.
are seeing all of these souls, these spirits. Not only is the flesh being melded, the spirits are being melded and becoming partial. You know, parts of this this conglomeration of people. And as it's doing it, it's pulling them apart, and their souls are being torn away, memory by memory, thought by thought, and it is tearing away at all of them that come in. That's why even the songs, they were continuing, but they were fading and getting little smaller and smaller amounts of the song, and they were just being absorbed. And you are basically seeing this whirlwind inside the body of this thing pulling on them and tugging on the non-fleshy parts of who they are.
All right, Zeb, you're in here.
So, oh, wait, it's okay. So, and so, how much damage? Do I take any damage from what you did, or do it take just reduced damage?
I spent my intelligence to foil the damage.
He prevented the damage, but you are still grappled by the hands.
Oh, good. That's fine. It's now we're linked, right? So now we're all seeing
So
this.
do they see me also?
Yes, you also see Gabriel trying to push back in a similar way as to what you're trying to do.
You would see Gabriel in a blood-stained lieutenant's uniform.
Oh, Scott,
Yeah.
another question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Zeb able to see Sam since Sam is attached to me?
Well,
Since Sam is like part of like my spirit with me.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily attached to your soul. It is a companion.
Yeah.
and I would say too, in this sense, like we're in like in its mind or whatever, in that aspect, like you wouldn't see Zeb, like you would just see like a large and giant serpent that's almost I would say it's kind of flaming now if I can't flavor. That's where it's Scott. So you just see like a giant serpent. So
Nice. And I would also be in my military uniform covered in blood and dirt and mud from when I was over there.
That's appropriate.
Yeah. You would also see for Gabriel that there's almost some like crow bird-like features to him, just a little bit.
I'm all human.
Oh yeah.
all human. And so
I ain't no
is this
snake
my
or
turn,
bird.
Scott? So now,
Yeah.
so since I'm in there, can I do something now with this?
Yes, it's your turn.
No, I want to go. I want to slither up to this thing. I want to constrict it. Like I want to go to like where like the where like its center is. If we can find that, whatever we're looking at. If I can find that, like
The center is hard to exactly call it a center. It's just sort of the absorbent area. It's like it's within this. It's an amorphous shape, pulling in more of each person. I mean, there is a form in there that is something, but it's not like a point. It's more like an area.
Well, I'll try to get that area then. I'll go through whatever that area is. I want to try to I want to help him. I want to try to pull this thing out. So I want to try if I need to constrict it again, whatever I need to do. Like I want to try to.
Ooh, that's a
If I
good
can.
question, actually, Scott.
No,
Okay.
I don't think you would see Ashley.